human nature has certain parameters. Now, there's a variation within those parameters, but he says, try to imagine a human being that decided, I'm going to be a toad, right? He goes, but I mean, not just I identify like a toad, like I want to look like a toad or wear a toad costume or something, but I want to be a toad. I am a toad. In fact, I'm a toad in a human body. I'm really a toad, but I'm in the wrong body. He goes, you would have to go down to the creek and jump around in the water and eat what toads eat and be a toad, right? Now, imagine if someone actually did that. Now, I think most of us, at least the libertarian streak in us, would be, that's interesting. Let's go check that dude out, you know? But it would be a whole different matter if that guy then began to demand that the whole of society recognize him as a toad, right? And so this effort to not only say, my mind has given me this new identity, but I'm now insisting that you subscribe to this identity. You buy into my illusion, so to speak.
Yes.
This is where I think we go off the rails.
But where are we going? If we do go into this metaverse, we had that Lex Fridman, Mark Zuckerberg interview. Did you guys see it? I think you pointed out
I saw clips of it.
Where they're animated CGI figures. It looks just like them, and they're talking from across the country, but they're in the same room sitting down, and you can see their bodies and face moving as if they're not, you know, it's real-time generation. Here's what's going to happen. You think it's absurd to recognize the toad person? When the whole world is in the metaverse, you're going to walk into your business, you're going to put on your headset, and you're going to grab your controllers, haptic feedback or whatever. Your avatar will be you, regular old Dinesh. Walking, you'll sit down at this table and be like, all right, everybody ready for the production meeting? And there will be a giant toad, and there will be a giant carrot person, and then there will be a Godzilla, and that's how they identify. And so the frog man will be like, I would like to discuss, and you're like, that's what we do now. In the reality in which we operate, people are whatever they want to be.
I've been continuing to remind people that if you're a human man and you identify whatever as a woman, as a brick wall, you're both a woman and a human man. You never stop becoming one.
No,
you're still a human man that identifies.
But you
as
don't
some other
become
thing.
anything else.
Well, you identify as something else, but you never truly stop being a human man. That's part of your experience.
Yes. A human man who identifies as a carrot is still a human man who identifies as a carrot.
Yeah, exactly. And you can be both.
There's an imprecision here because the person who's saying that wants you to believe, even though they use the sly word identify, what they really mean is I am a woman in the wrong body. They're not saying I am imagining myself to be a woman. I'm a man who imagines myself to be a woman. What they're saying is I really am a woman, but I am, in a sense, I've been ascribed the wrong biology, and that's why I have to undertake all these surgeries and hormones and all this stuff.
This matters now, but when we are in a digital reality, there will be no question, because you'll meet you'll be talking to, as far as you can tell, in virtual reality, a woman. And you'll have no idea that it's a middle-aged, morbidly obese man behind the screen. It's in the movie Surrogates with Bruce Willis. This is the first thing they introduce. It's like there's some hot woman and some dude at a club making out. The movie is about people who use robots to pilot the world for them because it's safer. And then when the person dies, the surrogate of the female dies, they're like, let's go track down the owner and see what happened. They walk into this very beautiful apartment, and there's a 500-pound man in the machine who's dead. And they're like, that's her? Yeah. Yep.
That's great.
Yep.
You get that a little bit in role-playing games like World of Warcraft and stuff, where a dude chooses to play as a female half-elf or a female night elf, and I'm like, well, it's...
But I don't see that as the same way. It's a question of when you play with dolls, are you controlling the doll or are you becoming the doll? And everybody kind of does it differently, right?